Welcome to week 16, day 1. After a beautiful journey of last 6 weeks, and we are in the 7th week of part 2. So take a slow, long, deep breath in and out and feel where we are with what we have learned and how much we have learned. Is there a great shift from where we started and what we are today? All our thought, thinking patterns have been shaken at least once. Are we thinking in the same way we used to think before? So this week, named as reviewing, we are going to do some prayers, but not for asking. We are here to express our gratitude, what we have received. In the true sense of prayer, that is what it is. So this prayer made us realize to go back and look at the chapters we did every day. So 16th week, day 1, will ask us to go back to chapter 9 and see what we learned there and review the change from then on till this point, how things have changed, right? So in the image of God, in prayer, no more of asking, because now we know that we are that co-creator. Everything is happening with our own desire, in our own thinking. And when we think a thought, we want that thing from that thought, and that all rejecting beliefs has to be resolved in order to have that thing in your hand. So that is what we have been doing with every creating formula. We are resolving the um, resisting thoughts, and we are reaffirming with a new thought, aligning God qualities, right? So that is how we are becoming a co-creator, using this creating formula that everything is there for you, for your enjoyment. You just have to take it with lots of love, thanks, and gratitude, with forgiveness. And you have to trust. So that's what we learned. So we'll quickly just go over the lessons we learned in week 9 and 10. That's what we are going to practice together today. But as you start your day and every night, go with the prayers and at least try to read the chapter at once. Go back and look your own understanding about the chapter. So we can share the week 16 prayer, and then we can talk along with it. Shall we share it?
Yes, I'm sharing. Yeah. Yeah, you can read now.
So now in week 9, we started as a creator. So we started with knowing or claiming. First, knowing our own true desire, and then claiming our new world with true desire in week 10, right? So let us start with this prayer, reviewing week, and then while reading the, scroll down, while reading the prayer, we'll elaborate a little bit on the lessons we learned. So this week, now let us review the last 7 weeks. Even though each day you will emphasize the important aspect of one of the weeks, you may continue any of the techniques you have developed. So every day, as I said, with day 1, we can start with day 1 practice, means week 9 practice, 9, 10, 11, 12 until 15. For this week, every day, we can take 1 week starting from week 9. Or we may continue to the techniques that we have learned, and we think we have to work more on that. So your quiet period each day can be for any purpose, in addition to a time of passive receiving from your higher self. As we learned that when we go into our practice, we just sit quiet and first we receive the message what our higher self has to give. And then we can bring up any subject we want to know about, and we can put in front of our higher self, knowing that is it wise to ask for this topic about this subject. And then after receiving our yes and no signal, we can continue our conversation. So it is just a reminder how we go into the practice and how we start our talk with our higher self. So you may also continue to do your creating formulas for your highest and wisest desire. Right? So now on the flow, on the go, we are there to do our creating formula. So that is how we have become a powerful co-creator. So um, first day, which is the prayer for week 9, as soon as possible in the morning and again at night, say the following prayer. Add it to whatever you feel in your heart. So this is what Babaji has given, but we can do additional thing we want to say thanks for. Dear God, my creator, I thank you for creating me in your image. I thank you for giving me, for my use, the thought that created everything perfect. I thank you for the ever present joy and happiness and abundance found in your thought. So, as we are created in the image of God, we have all the qualities of God, and these qualities are experienced when we carry the thought aligning God's thought. And how we create such thought? By having that feeling in our heart. I am now unified with you and in tune with your thought. So I'm claiming here as I started this journey on week 9. Now I'm claiming here that my thoughts are, I'm unified and my thoughts are in tune with your thought. So reflecting back upon the claiming our true desire, very beautifully the chapter started that all our quiet period is there for us to communicate with our higher self, for receiving knowledge and energy and use it in your day-to-day activity, right? And all our true desires are basically uh, things we want to live in this our world. Why we have come here? We want to live something, right? And then um Babaji says that you seek for the true desire because you have been having desires, uh, which is not that satisfying because you have always thought in terms of your lower self, and your thoughts were always influenced by others. You didn't know your true desire. So it is very easy to carry other person in our mind. They can take a thing and start thinking. You will barely get the thought what you really think about, but you will easily perceive what others say, what my husband would think, what my child would think, what my parent would think. You would know all about it, but you would not have a clear expression of yours when you look at those thoughts, right? So it is also said in week 15 that there are many souls that who are very much interested in taking um, your power or your control over you. So uh, because we allow them, we carry them in our mind, and we do not see things as it is in our own way, right? So here Babaji is saying to, so first you go and check with your higher self your true desire and make a list of it. And then he says that do not hesitate to take nature, which is aligned with God's thought. So you will have the thought of abundance, you will have the thought of happiness, joy, love, peace, and all that. So do not resist, just be open and be ready to take things for your enjoyment. You are not the owner of things, but everything is there for you. You just have to be in the state of forgiveness and thanks and love to receive, to get what you want. And there are few beautiful examples were mentioned. I would not read the whole example, but I would emphasize on those words that made it our true desire. So if you open the chapter number 9, and then in the last few paragraphs where it says that I claim abundant wealth from in the form of few amount or more each year, right? So the emphasis here is on abundant wealth. And also there's one line that says, I claim a perfect unconditional love relationship. So that is how we change our little desire into a desire that is aligning God qualities. So my focus is on that unconditional love. Is my focus is on that abundant wealth. It doesn't matter what amount is there. Yeah, what we want we can put, which is believable, because all these claims are created in present moment. So we have to write this claim as we are experiencing it right now, but everything is happening right now. So we created the list of desire then. So Babaji is asking to look at the list of desires you made in ninth week. Note that some of these desires are well on the way to fulfillment. We might have experienced something that, okay, it is now there. And during your quiet periods today, ask your higher self again to give you your highest desires, because now we have had a beautiful journey where we got unified with our own all-knowing intelligence, with our own perfection, with our own love. So now we are not the same person who just started vaguely writing my true desire, what it would be, and we had all lot of fantasies then. But now if we go and ask, and I did that personally because we started on Monday, and I saw there was a change in the way of thinking, and um, the the desires that I got was totally different from what I received in week 9. So are they same? Are your desires changing as you are changing? Do any of these desires need a creating formula? So although in week 9 we did not learn about creating formula, but he is saying that go check your desire. If you receive anything new from your higher self, go and create your own creating formula. It just means that resolve the uh, resisting thoughts and claim a new thoughts, claim the God qualities and create your own new formula. And that's how the way to go. That's what we learned in week 9. We'll go to week 10. So your prayer for this morning and evening. So it will be for you, it will be tomorrow that you start your day with this prayer and have a time to go back and read chapter number 10 along with this. So the prayer goes on like this. You may feel it and say it along with me. Dear God, my Creator, you and I now claim and accept thoughts with forgiveness and thanks. I thank you for making me a creator by simply thinking. We are a creator with just thinking. And I thank you for offering me your thought as my own so that I can experience all your qualities. So in these part 2, mostly we have dealt with our thoughts. If we have to create, we used our thought. If we had to see what is not letting us create, it was our thought. So everything was our thought. And because now we learned that God had that one thought and he created everything in it. And we are that thought. So we are one with God's thought. We just have to accept it and we have to just start seeing from that point of view. And when my heart is in state of love, which is that my heart knows that I'm here for giving love, right? That is the state of forgiveness. And my heart also knows that I have been receiving everything. So my heart is in state of thanks. And now I'm in the state of that dear God I call to create. And our creation could be as huge, as beautiful as God's creation. So when we know our true desire, we can create our own world of that true desire, the desire that God has for us. God wants us to experience all this. When He created us, He created this world. He also had that intention that we go and we enjoy, we learn, we know who we are, our true nature, what it is. So it had to be exercised in this physical life, and that is where our higher self came into picture, telling that what what you want, why you're here, why you are not satisfied till this point of time, because all our little desires were giving us happiness for a moment, and as that desire was fulfilled, we were seeking something else. And that quest was always there, to get more, to know more. But when we started listing our desires with abundant of wealth, abundant of unconditional love, and my wholeness, my completeness, this became my priority. I'm in that state all the time. I'm in that state of love. I'm in that state of abundance. So that's who I am today, right? So today, read the lesson for 10th week. Then read all the creating formulas you have written. Do you feel comfortable with the formula? So here in this chapter, we learned about self-acceptance. That's the first thing. And Babaji says that it is the ultimate thing you want to experience here on earth, right? And in week 15, we learned that you are here to be unified. And in chapter 10, Babaji is saying that self-acceptance is the ultimate thing you are here for. So unified means first do that self-acceptance. Acceptance that you are made in the image of God and you have all the qualities. You don't have to run around here and there, compare with others and think things like that. You think less about you. There is no reason. It's all your illusion if you are doing that. So you are made perfect in this lifetime, in this role, whatever you are playing, you have everything. So know that you are worthy, know that you are perfect, and accept yourself just the way you are. Because your life is who you are, what you want to experience, that what your life is, and you are perfectly made for that. So he says that, can you notice some of the manifestation taking place from your formulas? Do you think you could now do an impromptu creating formula when the occasion arises? Feel grateful now for the magnificent, perfect, and powerful soul you are. So he's first time he's putting that word soul, but it is the true self who we are, and we are feeling grateful for this magnificent, perfect, and powerful self. That is what we did. We did our acceptance, self-acceptance, with that we are now trusting of our own self. There are no more complaints from myself, no more judgment from myself on myself. So I'm living this life, claiming my true desires, realizing that all my thoughts are my true desires, which is manifested when I resolve all the resisting thought. And the many times we repeat the formula, we come closer in that manifestation. So in past few 5 weeks, you could have seen that you are much better in dealing with your own self, because we claimed for self-acceptance. So you might be feeling that it's okay to be vulnerable, even though I created some space uh, to to just allow myself to be who am I. But then again, after that, I'm not in that uh, I'm not in that space where I'm like, why I did it. I'm complaining with myself. So that state is no more there. Wherever I am, I'm more peaceful, I'm more comfortable with who am I. So that's what I think I have today. And then we can go into the practice. Shall we see if you want to add something for this week?
No, nothing very, nothing very specific. You've just covered everything properly. We are just doing the day one and day two practice today, and we will be doing it because we are doing it in 3 days span. So we have combined, otherwise we should be doing only one day at a time, right? There's a corresponding chapter we have to review and the corresponding prayer here. And the reason why the prayers are all in one chapter after we finish the 7 week program, right? We practiced for 7 weeks different aspects related to this part of the book. And then in the 8th week, we go and review and offer our gratitude. So the purpose is by reviewing, now we are able to see how much we have progressed. What I learned in week 9, I did something, did it bring change in me? And when I notice that there is change in me, I have genuine gratitude coming out from the heart, right? That's the purpose of doing this review, is to realize, wow, I have come so far already. And then that gratitude is the proper way of offering a prayer. By now, you all realize that the language of the prayer here is very different. Think about it. Our understanding of prayer as a lower self. Whenever we go to pray, what do? We ask for things. Oh God, give me this, give me that, right? And then here, the prayer is only gratitude, only thanks. Why is that? This is because now we know who we are. We know we are made in the image of God, and a God doesn't go and ask the other God for something. God can create their own. And we have learned how to create our own. We don't have to go and ask anybody for it. We are whole and complete. Each one of us. We are whole and complete, and nobody can change that fact. That realization brings us in a state of gratitude. Now I have everything. I have nothing more to ask. I only offer gratitude for what I have received. So that is the beautiful part of it. So yeah, please continue with the meditation and the practice, and then we will talk about things. Yes, Geeta ji, it was the same in week 8 review. The prayer is always, that's how we are now understanding the prayer is only gratitude because we are whole and complete as it is, as we are. We do not have to go and ask anyone for anything. Okay. Yes, Preeti, you can
And
continue.
now we know why it is, right? It is my desire, it's my thought creating things. So even though before my prayers were manifested because I believed in those thoughts I carried in the temple and wherever. Yes. So let us go into the practice and take your time today to read the chapter and feel comfortable and see how your understanding has changed. Do some journal as you read and enjoy it.
Okay, all right.
So here, just be comfortable and relax with a slow, long, deep breath in and out. Feel that peace, abundance, joy we have become. With every breath, whether my eyes are open or closed, I'm still that beautiful, that powerful self, knowing that how my life is driven. It makes us flow easily. When I know how my life is driven, I flow easily. There are no chances of doing mistakes, but just to be, who we are, what we are. The powerful lesson we learned in chapter 1, that each one of us and everything is in the image of God, with the God qualities of love, peace, joy, abundance, happiness. So take that breath in, being grateful for this lesson, and pass it on to each and every cell, the feeling of contentment, so that every cell in the body can rest. Change your posture as needed. Feel comfortable in this body. Take a slow, long, deep breath in a few times and let it all go. To be more open, to be expressive today. My heart is filled with all I have been seeking outside, and now I have become the source. I know how to attract love. I know how to have perfect relationship, perfect health. With all-knowing intelligence, my higher self is always there guiding me. So why to worry? Why to think about future? And why to worry about past? Just breathe in easily, effortlessly. And when you come across any of your thoughts, just see what it is. What it is. Is it one of the desire waiting for to be fulfilled? Or it is a thought of any complaints and asking for some correction? Maybe in that moment I have forgotten that I am made in the image of God, and it is pointless to think the way I am thinking right now. And now I know I am in charge of my thinking. I change my thoughts easily. Breathe in, breathe out, release and relax. Let your breath be spontaneous, at ease, with peace. So every breath is making us expand little more. Feel that expansion. And with every breath going out, giving us an opportunity to let it all go. Past is over. Things are done as it has to be. Just the way it was supposed to be. Everything is just the right, perfect. So this breath is nothing but just a reminder that yes, I am at ease. I am expanding every moment. As I let go my past, I let go the things that happened. I'm not stuck with people, situation, with time, but I'm just in my being, experiencing who am I now. Remind yourself the moment you forget. So slowly take your awareness to your heart space. There is something which is stirring in the middle of your chest. Experience that point. It is the center of our being, where the vibration happens all the time. That vibe is the state of our being. It's the sum total of our thinking we are carrying. Do you feel comfortable, at ease? Do you feel love, peace, balance, calmness, or void? Or still some little bit heaviness is there? Just with your intention, let it all go. That I let go those thoughts that makes my heart feel heavy. And feel that something we are taking off like a cloth, or maybe just a cloud of thoughts leaving this body, and we are becoming lighter and lighter. It is a signal to our mind, and it is processed the way we clarify, the way we intend. So that we become more of ourselves, our true self, what we are. How does it feel now? Do you feel love? Just be centered here. Breathe from this area. Inhale and exhale. And be aware of the feeling that maybe some tickling is happening, or some cooling, soothing sensation. And you're loving it so much. And now, radiate this love into your whole body, every tissues, every cell, the veins, the flowing blood, the bones, and the deeper tissue of the bones has become love There are no more complaints, no more resistance. It is just soft, loving presence of mind from inside out. From my thinking to being, I'm just love. And let this love expand. Around your body, in your energy field. We experience the soft, gentle light around us, protecting us. This body is engulfed in that light. That's like a cloth given by God, and we are wearing it all the time. It's a gentle, soft cloth of love and light. And sometimes it gets dirty with some influences. We create spots. But nothing to worry. It is all that I need, love, to heal all the aspect of my being. So expand furthermore. And clear your aura. To all uninvited influences in my aura, I send you love and light. You are each whole and healed. You are each created in love and light. And you are still love and light. Each of you feel no pain now. And do not be afraid. As each of you have a perfect place to go. And I ask my higher self, take name, to take you there now. Each of you go peacefully. I set you free. Go and expand in your journey. Things are waiting for you. Lovingly let them go to their own desired place and affirm that I close my aura to all except my higher self. So now in this body, I am experiencing my higher self presence. It is the fantasy of our mind that we create things, some random image, but we forget to see the feeling we carry. To stay at your heart space, feeling each and every shift. When God is there, how would I feel? It's that feeling of being at ease, of being comfortable, peaceful, joyful, content, as if I have got everything I wanted ever. This purity, just radiate this love and light all around you. I send love and light to all the thought forms, to all the things around me. Now, let us establish a known connection with our higher self. Ask for signal. My beautiful higher self. Take name. Please give me your signal now. Feel that signal. The loving presence of yours. Each one of us is now expanding. We are unified. Know if there are any complaints in the heart, anything that is not accepted. Just be aware of that and have your journal note them down. It's important to resolve them. Feeling this love, let us become one with God. As we think of Him, we experience Him. That is how it is. God is love. Feel it. When we feel love, we feel God. Where else we are running or what else we are seeking outside? It can only be felt inside, in this beautiful sacred space, the heart space. So be aware consciously of the feeling we carry in our heart. Beyond every right and wrongs. All the to and fro's. This love is permanent. It is God's creation. It can never be changed. As God made everything in His image. What He is, everything is that. Everything is love. God is love. It's the truth. It's permanent. No one can ever change it. God is light. The light we have been seeking. Is actually the love, the expression of love in form of that wisdom that makes us comfortable, at ease. Because that word, I don't know, disappears. We may call it the light of hope. But it is just our belief. In that presence of loving, in that loving presence, all is well. And we have experienced it in so many ways. God is truth. God is happiness, joy, and bliss. As our true nature, we can't resist to be happiness, to be joy, to be bliss. God is peace, gentleness, calmness, humility. That's what when we see in others, we experience that feeling of love, that ease comes back. We come in the state of appreciation. It's a form of love. God is all-knowing intelligence. Because He had that seed thought for everything. So nothing is hidden from Him. He knows it all. God is everywhere present. That loving presence engulfing the whole creation, entire universe, is filled with love. God is perfection. Just the way sun rises, sun sets. It's our perception that the light is there and light is not there. But actually, the light is always there. The sun is always shining. So day and night, light and shadow, happiness and sadness, they are all perfect as they make each other's presence known. God is infinite energy, from where everything started and still expanding. In the presence of God, everything is just that expression of God. How can He manifest in forms from that energy? He wanted to see. He created our eyes to record, to capture the diversity all around us, and it is His grace. He gave us mind, intelligence to process that image, for us to create our own experiences in His image. Where everything is love, we never lost our uniqueness. We just perceived things differently, uniquely. And we are experiencing that every moment. God is a creator, the supreme creator. With His supreme creation, we experience His greatness, who is all encompassing, non-judgmental, accepting of all the way it is. He never came and ordered to fix things, but He accepted everything in it, all the life forms, everything in the creation. So marvel the beauty of God every moment. That is why we are given these five senses to experience Him all the time from various forms we come across. In God's that one thought, we were equally part of it. So we know it all. We just have to accept it. So I am made in the image of God. Feel that heightened feeling of love and your presence. Your experience. Now I know I have all the qualities of God. I'm one with God. In His image, I am love. I am love. Nothing else. In whatever form you see me, I am nothing else but love. Expand little more. You may want to take some few slow, long, deep breath in and out. Say these affirmations wholeheartedly. Say it loudly or silently, but reaffirm in your words. Feel it as we all are saying it all together. And the whole universe is echoing with these lines that Yes, we are made in the image of God, and we have all the God qualities. I agree, I accept. I am love. See, hear that echo. I am light. I am truth. I am happiness, joy, and bliss. I am all-knowing intelligence. I am peace and gentleness. I am humility. I am everywhere present. All that song, the echo is mine. This is where we are nurturing life, seeding life, making ourselves stand on love. The fear falls away instantly. So do not miss out on this practice. Say it with all your intention. Make it powerful. With all your will, claim your existence. That yes, I am everywhere present. I am love. It is nothing, nowhere outside. It is here, right here, in the center of our being. That center, that vibration, that impulse, that feeling of love is in everything, everywhere, all around us. God is infinite energy, boundless. It is unboundedness. I am that. I am unbounded existence. God is compassion. I am compassion. To take this body, to make myself limited in this body. But I know I exist beyond this. I know I'm here to experience that connection with everything and everyone. So I accept my uniqueness. I am unique in this body. I am a creator. I am abundance. I am prosperity. That's my innate nature. As God created everything from nothingness. And when I become nothing in my life, when I feel I have lost everything, there's no way to go. I create new in a fresh slate with that trust. A new morning is waiting for me. I know. Because God is present right there in me. Open your heart more to receive more, to become more. Let go that illusion, that wrong definition of yours, and claim this new life is here in this moment. So claim that I am unlimited, infinite existence, and I have all the power to create, to change, to relish, to enjoy. Because now, having known all that, I become non-judgmental. Automatically, it comes to me. The moment I realize I am non-judgmental, I am all accepting of all life forms, every being in their expression, who they are, what they are. I have no one to change them. They are beautiful expression of God, finding themselves in that journey. Just like when this planet was taking shape, it took billions of years, but it was never imperfect. It was magnificent, going through the experiences of transformation from energy to matter. In this beautiful creation, we all are taking many life forms to experience this divinity, this purity, where we have reached having all those experiences. No one else has to prove it, approve it. We do not have to prove it. We just have to be. We just have to live. Live every moment the way we never lived before. Forget about time. It doesn't exist. It is our being in expression. And all my expressions are beautiful, joyful. All my expressions are expressions of God, are expressions of love. So be it. Now how your heart feels, learning all that in past 15 weeks. Let us take this opportunity and thank God. For our lessons learned in claiming our true desires. We got the clarity why my life is like this. I didn't have my true desires. I didn't know what I want. And I was putting my expectations on others without knowing what makes me feel content. I had so many complaints. And I let that personality go. That beautiful, innocent me was seeking love outside. So now, lovingly accept that part of you and say, Dear God, my Creator, I thank you for creating me in your image. Everything changed my world when the day I realized this. So I thank you. Say it again. Dear God, my Creator, I thank you for creating me in your image. I thank you for giving me, for my use, the thought that created everything perfect. I thank you for the ever-present joy and happiness and abundance found in your thought. I am now unified with you and in tune with your thought. Today you may reflect upon your true desires you journaled. Putting a tick mark on all your manifestations. Maybe you want to take time to change some of your true desires. Maybe the clarity was less then, and now we understand better how to write my true desire. And now again is the time. Be open to receive from your higher self. My beautiful higher self, please give me a thought of my highest desires. Perceive what comes in your mind. The highest desires of my existence, of my being in this body, what it is. So beautifully said by higher self that it is to live that ever-present joy, happiness, abundance, which is there in God's thought, is yours. Why you deny it? Why you run away from it? Just take it and live it. Whatever thought you may receive, take this time today to make your own creating formula. God and I claim and accept whatever you feel like. I am love, I am joy, I am happiness, I am abundance. With forgiveness and thanks. Amen. So tomorrow you start your day with this practice for second day. Accepting yourself completely, your perfection. That you're born with, nobody can take it away. We may forget it. Just like this breath, we forget to see it is happening all the time. God is even closer than that. How to see it? It's so close, I can't see. Because that's you. So let us say this prayer. You may want to repeat after me. Dear God, my Creator, you and I now claim and accept thoughts with forgiveness and thanks. I thank you for making me a creator by simply thinking. That is the power of our thought. We can be a creator like God, that magnificent creator. And I thank you for offering me your thought as my own. You gave it all to me. I thank you for that, so that I can experience all your qualities. Every thought impacts my being, my nature, that feeling of mine. And when I carry your thought, I become a creator like you. And I experience all your qualities, that abundance, that happiness, joy, that unboundedness feeling. It becomes prominent. So for 10th week, then read your creating formulas you wrote for your self-acceptance. How does it feel? Did you notice any of the manifestation happening with your formula? Or do you think you could do now an impromptu creating formula as and when the need arises? You may want to add the things you are grateful for today to this prayer, for all the experiences of life, for all the experiences of manifestation, things happening on its own. I just have to start with a creating formula that everything is there for my enjoyment. With that trust, I take it, I'm open. I claim it. I cannot live without claiming it, so I claim it. I make it mine because I embrace this uniqueness in this body, in my way of thinking, in my way of being, in that unique expression of God. I claim everything in this nature with forgiveness and thanks. I am open and I receive with love. And I become more powerful. I experience my perfection God wanted to experience from my life is experienced in this body, this divine body, this magnificent body. My conscious mind helped me think. It just becomes that ladle to scoop out things I want to experience from a big jar. Do not hesitate to have a big jar of desires. It is filled with light. Visualize it in front of you. A glass bowl filled with light, many light, and a beautiful ladle, a colorful rainbow-like ladle, and you are scooping out your desire one by one. That jar is your subconscious. ladle is your conscious mind. And you take out one slit, one chit, and you read it and you enjoy it. Wow, these were my hidden desires. Now I claim and accept in my wholeness, in my perfection. No more my desire creates suffering. I fulfill with all the God qualities of me being love, of me being joy, me being perfect. And I am ever, ever, ever grateful. Write down your desire today, what you received in that chit. Let us thank Babaji for giving us this beautiful chapter and these beautiful prayers of gratitude. Prayers are meant to be for that, because there is no one else to give. It is our true desires, without conflicts, happening right here, right now. My beliefs, my faith are the answers. Let us take this moment to thank our higher self for guiding us, for nurturing us, for shaping us, for making us experience our unlimited self. Be ready to come out of this experience, but it is not ending, it is the state to be in. So let us reaffirm, I close my aura to all except my higher self, and carry this light wherever you go. Carry this beingness in the image of God, that shining beauty, that light, the radiant, vibrant you. As we admire angels, now we start admiring ourselves in all our beings, in all our relationships, in all that I do. I am noting, I am aware of myself, my own feelings, changing them back to God qualities one after another. Whenever I go out of sync, that's all I have to do, and my life is flowing smoothly, taking me places I want to ever experience, I ever want to experience. So take another slow, long, deep breath in and out. Come back. Feel this body, this place, the room you are sitting in, the expanded heart. Everything is all right. Come back. Come back with the joy, dancing, really willing to live this life. I know, I understood. My being here is fulfilling God's desire. And I embrace it. Now see yourself walking, dancing entire day. Do you see yourself doing things entire day? Cooking, cleaning, working, driving. It is so beautiful. How would God live these experiences? Are experienced through you. Remember that. Now, slowly, gently open your palms and put it over your closed eyes with happiness, with joy, with beautiful experience of God living here. So, welcome, God. Welcome you back. Thank you. You may take your time, sip some water, express your feeling. If you want to write something, just take your time, unplug your headphones, and enjoy your beingness. Thank you and welcome back. Shalish, over to you.
Thank you, Preeti. Yes, dear masters, anybody would like to share something, or if you have any questions, you can ask now.
The volume was okay.
It was a bit low, yeah, but not um, not completely off. So yeah, yes, yes, Grace ji, you can unmute.
um, I just felt like it's so beautiful, like the way we all are coming together every day, and we all are experiencing these beautiful learnings, these beautiful exchanges of ideas and thoughts. This is just I just felt so gratitude for everybody, for all of us, for not only the organizers, for all the participants and everything. Yeah, that's all. Just I just wanted to share. I'm so grateful. Like, thank you, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you,
Okay.
Grace.
Oh, that's all I wanted to share.
Thank you for sharing. And yes, we are grateful for presence of all the masters. Whoever
Yeah.
is here, they even if they are silent, they are contributing to the thought processes here.
Yes. Yeah. So beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, Jayaji.
Yes. Uh, it's a very good feeling. Uh, Feeling of no resistance, feeling of being in the flow, feeling of being connected, and like last time you said deprogram. So that ran into, I mean, it's already there. We have just covered it up, and now it's time to remove one by one. Uh, so yeah, it's a very nice feeling. And as the more the more I sit with myself, the more unfolds. There's different revealing every time, without knowing, without, I didn't know that was, I was bonded with that thought or that feeling, or then suddenly it's unfolding, suddenly, and they said that there are 1,000 knots, and every knot is unfolding without my notice. So that feels really nice. Um, there's also um, a few lines of a bhajan that I have sung before, so I thought I would like to share how I'm feeling today.
Mm.
Uh, सच्चिदानंद हूँ रूप देखो जरा प्यारा निर्लेप हूँ आसमां की तरह, जिस प्रभु ने रची है ये सारी सृष्टि, उसका संतान हूँ मैं उसी की तरह, सच्चिदानंद हूँ, सच्चिदानंद हूँ.
Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you. Thank you for sharing.
So that is
Great.
how I'm feeling today. It's so connected. It's so, I was holding on to things that were meant to teach me something, were meant to make me experience something, and then to realize that I'm the creator and I can manifest what I want to see in my life.
Yeah.
Very beautiful. Very nice energy. Thank you.
Thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing your joy. You are in that state of joy, and um, every revelation tells you that you are now connected to your own all knowing intelligence. That intelligence is now beginning to unfold, right? So it's such a beautiful thing you have now connected there. Now you are connected to the all knowing intelligence. All your actions now will be spontaneously right actions because you are driven from there. So be in that mode and feel confident of yourself. Feel that connection with yourself that yes, I am all knowing intelligence, right? I am that. So this is what your experience is telling that. And imagine this is just 16 weeks. And in 16 weeks we are here. So this is what the chapter 15 was saying, right? You are ready to come out of the womb, which means we are all prepared. Okay. One, as you were sharing, you were telling about things. One more thought came to my mind, that was about, we tend to forget that we are in duality. We are, all our experiences are in duality, right? And we always think only one aspect of everything, because mind cannot think two at a time. So we always think one aspect of everything. So think about, because we are in duality, everything has both aspects. The one that I am aligned with, and there is one exactly opposite to that also, which is true. That's when your revelations start to happen. When you begin to realize, well, okay, I think this is how it should be, right? And I'm fixated there. I am not ready to imagine that it can be just the other way, right? Because this is duality, everything has both sides to it. Once you begin to accept that there is another way of it also that exists, you become open, and then you start seeing, wow, that's unfolding. That's your connection with your all-knowing intelligence. Then you start seeing everything in totality, not just one face which is visible to me. There's another face which is hidden from me, and I am beginning to unfold that. Right? So start challenging your thought. Every time you have a thought, well, okay, I understand, well, Shailaji is a nice person. How about Shailaji is not a nice person? And begin to see unfolding in your head. Right? Many things will come. So always try and explore the opposite of what you have learned. And that is the process of unfolding. This is how at least I do myself. I always remember I am in duality, and there cannot be just one aspect of everything. There is no way. Right? That is the realization, and then you begin to see so much more. that was hidden from you. You start seeing that. That is unfolding, right? You begin to see what was not seen by you.
So you mean one aspect is the lower mind and the higher self?
It's just
Is it?
duality. It's not the
Right.
mind. This is duality. Everything that my senses can perceive. You must understand limitation of the eyes, right? Our
Right.
we think whatever we think that is the truth,
Mm,
right? And how
yeah.
do you see? You see through the eyes only.
Yeah.
And eyes are not delivering the 100% information to you yet. Look at my hand, right? You can only see this surface of it. You can't see this other surface. Your eyes are not capable of doing that. So, do you think my hand is only like this?
No.
It is not. Now, you know it because you have seen the other side also. But what I'm saying is, in your head, there is something that connects two images that your eyes have delivered, and then connects and relates and says, okay, now the hand has two surfaces. Same way, you have to remember the eyes are always delivering incomplete information, and we begin to trust it. We say that is the truth. Somebody is holding a gun in his hand, your immediate reaction is, my goodness, this guy is about to kill. Because you are seeing a gun in his hand, right? Your eyes are seeing that. And you may suddenly realize that he has just now snatched it from another person's hand and is taking it away from a scene of violence. So your eyes are never complete. They don't give you the truth. We have to remember that. So discount the information that eyes are delivering always, that, okay, there can be another aspect to it. Let me figure out, let me see, let me check. I want to know things in totality. That's when you begin to understand duality properly. And then you will you will start learning more about the truth. Then you will say, well, okay, what my eye is telling me is not really the truth. It is half truth, right? And I need to know more to know the truth. And in this entire course it's a practical guidance on truth, right? This is a course on truth. Unified. If you look at the title of the book, it says Unified, a course on truth. So what is the meaning of that? What we are trying to do is, we are trying to learn to see all aspects of our own existence that will comprise the in totality that is the truth, right? So this is what
It
it
is
is. So
not just like two face, this front and back, right? So that is why we have different relationships. We can't see our own. Like if you go to the temple, you would see only, oh wow, such a beautiful person has come to the temple. But outside the temple, go to office, go to other places and see who is that person now. And that experience come through other person. That is the driving force, like how we understand, and our existence is not through the eyes. It is always felt here. So in my feeling, if there's 100% love and light, or there's a little bit shrinkness, that is where we can see how open we are. That openness we're talking about here, but the feeling is here with different person. So when he's telling something and I am having resistance, I'm not open yet, right? So that is what can be felt one by one. We cannot create such and such guidelines, but every time, like the experiences, we realize that many lifetimes we have been collecting these experiences. Why? Because it has to be experienced. It cannot be just said in like 5 minutes. Shailaji explained such a beautiful concept, a huge concept, very, very powerful to live with. But it has to be experienced, and for that we are here. And when we have such a little pain or a little discomfort in our experiences, we just run away from the field, no more. Right. So that's where it is coming from, and such a powerful sharing to remind us that perfection comes in completion, in wholeness. So other side of it is that marvelous, and that's why people come in our life, different time, different lessons when we are ready for. So I just wanted to thank you, Poojaji, and beautiful song you sang for us, expressing what we are learning through all these uh, 15 weeks. You just sang it in few lines, and it just came from heart, touched all of our hearts here.
Thank you.
Kailash, you are on mute.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank
I
you so
will
much for
continue a
sharing.
little bit more on this topic. Thank you,
Yes.
Jayaji, for your sharing. I just want to extend that understanding now, since we are talking about the eyes and the truth being delivered to us through the eyes. Let us now see the implications of this half-baked information that eyes delivered. Half information, partial information that our eyes are delivering to us. What is the implication of this? How do you know yourself? Think about it. You, or let's say, I will say me, Shailesh, I know myself as a person called Shailesh who looks like that, all the description of the looks, right? And also, I know myself from opinions of others. And what caused those opinions? Their eyes. They got half-baked information about me, partial information about Shailesh, and they reflected back to me that information. Well, you are such and such. You are so and so. You look ugly. Whatever. Right? That information that they delivered was based on their eyes delivering that partial information to them. So I received that opinion and considered that to be truth. My reflection from the mirror, communication from others about me, these are all partial informations. And I create an opinion in totality about myself, self-rejection, based on incomplete data, incomplete information. Think about it. Like one person comes and criticizes you, another person comes and praises you. Which one do you accept? Isn't it strange? It's you are the same person. Why two so very different opinions? Right? This is what causes the kind of belief system that we have created. We start believing in that because to us that seems like a truth. That is why when we question, we start beginning to explore, well, okay, that I consider it to be partial information. How about the rest? Then you start creating a more clear, more, I would say, authentic knowing about whatever that subject is. This is why I always say be open. Be open, that's the meaning. Being open means you are open to receive more, right? Not just what the eyes are telling. And most of the things that you know about things is created from the eyes. The origin is eyes. People see and they talk, right? That's how we are in that cycle of incomplete information. This is why we are being taught to see the truth, the real truth, right? and those half-baked truths, we will begin to then take them with a pinch of salt, right? Always, yeah, this is incomplete, this is incomplete. That's when your realization starts to happen. All right,
But all
let's
it
hear.
comes in feelings, Shailesh. Whatever you said, it is
Yeah.
complete when it is felt, right? So,
Hmm.
like if I say a book, you can imagine different books. Somebody can imagine a red hardbound book, right? Or somebody can imagine some particular book which is very favorite to you. But when I say the book is beautiful, now this is a perception of mine, right? The book is beautiful. If I write this word, the book is beautiful, how will you feel each and every word? How will you project it? It has to come through the feelings, right? So the person, when you are criticized, when you are praised, it comes to your feelings. Sometimes you give it a space that, okay, he might be reminding me something. Okay, I may need to check somewhere if I'm not able to see clearly. Instead of criticizing that person, oh my God, what are you saying? And I don't want to talk to you anymore. So taking that space, giving that space, give me the space for me being, expanding or realigning, or maybe it is slipping from my awareness. So it is again coming back to me, myself realigning the perception, right? So when different people come, we can just simply criticize others and we can be excluded. There are ways again to work. We suffer a little longer and then we come to realize that what am I? But other person, they just help us projecting my thought to me. And it is now my self-acceptance. I agree or I disagree. Anything that is being said, it is not received here. It is received here and whole world shatters in front of us. Right? So that's how we have been living so far. Coming back to this truth in my existence, my being is in the image of God, and whatever is happening, as I said, the sun is shining and it's coming and it's going. Nothing wrong I have done. Sun is doing its own duty, its own cycle, its own expression is in. But how is my perception about it? I couldn't have understood if sun was not there. Right? So, and that way people around us, they come, they criticize, they say, even though they say a little bit of us, how we take it, it comes back to us. So being open here means giving it as a thought, just check if there's something as a reminder, or just leave it as it is, right? For example, Buddha was criticized badly by some of few kings that you are making everybody beggars. What beauty you are adding to the society. He didn't take it because he knew why he was doing what he was doing. So his self-acceptance was there. But if somebody comes to me and somebody says that you are not taking care of your home, you are not taking care of your own responsibility, I would look back and I would think, am I doing that? He knew it was his state. But in my state, I would think that really, is it like that? But then I realized, okay, the way you take care of your home is your way. The way I take care of my home is my way. It doesn't have to be same. So that is where my self-acceptance comes. And this is how I understand people coming and helping others, helping us actually in this journey. So this week of gratitude, they all come in front. But thank you for helping me to see myself.
Yes. The once again, when somebody tells you about you, why do we say that they are kind of mirrors, right? They are projecting back what we have projected. You know why? Because we are showing externally, we are showing some things which they are seeing and telling back to us. So they have seen my expression and told me about it. That expression. That expression may be temporary or permanent, whatever. So this is what we call as illusion. Not being able to see what really things are. That is illusion. Right? So eyes will always create that confusion, that illusion, so that we can become more open and understand the different aspects associated with things. Okay, let's hear Sandhya ji's point. Yeah.
Yeah, she wants to
Yeah.
talk.
I just thought that, both you and Preeti have covered a bit. I was like, it's not only the eyes, it's also what I want the other to see. So is it my mind which is coming into the picture?
Yes,
Yes.
that's
So,
what you want others. What you want
right.
others to see is what you
Yeah,
are showing.
exactly. As a teacher, like I would like to project a very stern person,
Yes,
whereas I may be very soft in nature. I
yes.
mean, something of that sort. So now, here, is it becoming like a triple thing? What I
No,
am, what I show, what I really am, and what I project. That's what I mean by three things. And so then I was thinking, like in time, you have, or even in space, here, there, and the space in between. So right now, tomorrow, and the space in between. So effectively, is there any threefold thing like the Trinity concept? I know I'm just going probably haywire, but I hope you understand what I mean. Instead of just duality, what else is the other thing? There are some cases where you have this three
Your
concept
expression
coming in.
outside, your expression outside could be different based on time, as you're saying.
Right, and
With
that
the
will be
people
different
you
for
are meeting.
every person. It will be different. Like what I project to you will be totally different to what I project to my child or to my sasuma. I mean, different. What I'm trying to say is, depending on whom am I facing. So, what is this aspect?
this is only your expression, isn't it? What you are calling as projection is basically how you are expressing yourself, which is again a function of eyes. Other person will perceive you through the eyes only.
No, the way the way I interact, I could be a very soft-spoken person in front of some,
But
Yes,
do not
a very
miss
correct.
out on the
aggressive person
feeling.
in another.
But that's
In the
your external
feeling.
appearance, isn't it? Once
No,
again.
it's all the senses. Is it only? I mean,
Again,
I understand
yes,
eyes
yes,
too, but
I
it's
understand.
because basically what we interact is through our senses. We interact with the
Right,
external world through
exactly.
our senses.
So the
Okay.
other, how does the other person receive what you are projecting? Their mechanism of receiving is again five senses only,
Yeah.
and five
And then
senses are
where does
limited.
and
They
then
see
where
only
does that
what is
mirror
being shown,
comes?
right? The five senses will perceive what is being shown, right?
So
So they have faithfully done the job, but what you are showing itself is not truth.
exactly. And then my interpretation comes. So how many layers of
But what's
illusion are
wrong in
there?
that? Just think about it. What wrong in that?
No,
You
it's going to
in
be
your
illusion of
being. No, you in your being, your truth. You are feeling that, right? If you are trying to be stern, knowing that I am a teacher, I have to be stern here.
so
But I
is it
know
an
at the same
illusion of
point
an
of
illusion?
time, at the same point, I know that I am that, that love, that soft person, that person. But at that time, you are just acting based on the time or the person you are meeting with.
Okay.
It just gives you your uniqueness, your expression, related, like related to somebody sometime. It doesn't change you at all. You are still the same. The truth is one. And the truth is that truth that Babaji is telling is deep within us, that we are coming and reaffirming. That even if I am going and acting as a teacher, I am being stern, but I do not forget that I have that quality where I say, and I'm non judgmental. I do not keep on grabbing on the grudges and hate, right? I still focus in my expression of love expressing differently, sometimes in appreciation, sometimes in reminders, care. This is like care, right? So, other things like sharing wisdom, knowledge,
Right.
the other things, it has to be delivered the way sometimes we like with our child also, we tell things very sternly, but it doesn't mean that he is not love, I am not love, I'm not judging on that basis. It's just my expression required at that time.
And expression, you understand that when you are expressing yourself in that form or in that way, you think a teacher should be.
Yeah,
See,
that's why
right?
I called it
Ah,
illusion of an illusion. That's
right.
why I called
So
it
it is,
illusion of an illusion.
no. You are expressing your understanding of a teacher. You understand?
Which itself is flawed.
Your perception of a teacher is what you are expressing through that behavior. And you are now experiencing that. Your thought is now becoming your experience.
Okay.
A teacher has to be stern. A teacher has to be very disciplined, right? That sort of a behavior is what you have in your belief system. That's how teacher should be. And you are now becoming that teacher through your behavior, right? And experiencing what happens in that mode. Over time, you may learn from that experience and say, well, oh, no, this doesn't seem right to me, right? And then you will begin to change internally. Your belief system will change and you will reorganize yourself, right? Now, the the part that we all tend to forget is that it is the same process that the person on the other side is following too. That person with whom I am interacting is also doing a drama, is also putting on a particular belief on is his expression, right? So we need to remember that that's not real him. That's the character he is projecting on me.
Like, take an example of being student in her class, right? So that will be another expression
Yeah.
that the student will act like a student, not like a street boy.
Yeah.
That's what you want them to be, right? At that point of
Ah,
time, you want them to be a sincere person, open to listen and do the job, right? That's what your expectation also. So this chapter number 18 will give you more clarity on what you are trying to understand in part 3, chapter number 18.
and if deep down within you you have a belief that these young boys are always creating mischief, that character in front of you will behave differently also, not like an ideal student as you think, right? So they will fulfill your desire, your expression.
They don't. Teenagers don't.
That's where, and this is what creates reality. See how beautifully everything is connected from thought, right? So when we begin to understand this aspect of it, that well, I am doing the drama, the other person is also doing the drama, and these are two characters interacting with each other, not two persons, then everything becomes easy, right? These
So
are
the
two
Maya
characters
Jal.
of a drama that are interacting with each other, putting on a role. And I also know very well that that person is truly not like that. And he also knows that this person is not truly like that. But right now, that is how we are acting.
I mean, in our spirituality, we call it being multidimensional, right? So we have many facets, many dimension when I am acting like a wife or mother or a child, the daughter. So we have that ability to play with, So that's the quality given to us. Even though we are talking about thoughts again and again and perception through mind, we are really strengthening our heart in this unified course. So in my being, I am in the image of God, and from there I start to see world. I definitely see the varieties, right? So this is the next step. I mean, so far it was a very deep question in me, like what comes first, thoughts or feelings? Babaji is saying that everything created with thoughts only, that one thought created everything, and it has these attributes, these nature, these qualities. So when I am in that quality, I can feel that, right? For thought, I need a trigger. But in my being, I am always something. And in my being, when I am at ease, I am at love, peace, abundance, joy, my thought will be such. So it is like we have been trying to understand mind, train our mind, live it in that beautiful way. How you can be humble and gentle. But all these are coming from our heart, like driven from our being. So that nature of pure love, pure joy, and everything that comes into my expression. So, for example, I would give here, like, I've been making videos for this week 8 in Hindi. So these practice meditation, these are meant to be a short practice. And in one day, I'm like, reading the chapter, summarizing and recording. So recording voice and editing and further going into video. So it is a lot of work for one day. And then these sessions come where we come back and we do other topics also. So this task doesn't hurt me at all. It fulfills my true desire. As it is aligning with my being, so my thought doesn't go in that direction that it is a lot of work and I don't want to do it. It is always me expressing in my being that this brings me more joy. I share it with everybody. So that becomes the driving factor. So what I'm trying to bring here is our way of living so far has been through mind, whereas our heart is projecting our reality all the time. The thoughts we think as a feeling is manifested in front, right? So in my being, if I have that trust, it is a shift how we have been living for this long. It is a different way of seeing the world. So I have started exploring in this way, and I will see what changes it brings. But this is what my understanding is from this unified course, that you express yourself from your truth, from your beingness. Because even though I get a rejecting thought or maybe a criticism for something that I do not like, my higher self will immediately put another thought complementing that thought, that rejecting thought. It is immediately, instantly corrected. And I thank her that, okay, you gave me this. Right? So that perception of my being is driving things around. My thoughts are also corrected. When I know where I have to be, and I know if criticizing thought is going to bring me in unrest, I know it is corrected instantly, sorted out instantly, and I am at peace again. So this is the change you would see in your life. When you are driven from your heart, it will call you, it will bring you.
But the thought comes from the mind, right?
Yes.
And we
The triggers
ourselves
are outside. The triggers are outside. The
and
five
we
senses.
ourselves are thoughts.
Thoughts into
So
things.
our
Yes.
thoughts are thoughts of thoughts.
God's thought.
Yeah. So now it's getting like, so thoughts create actions. That's why that is why now. So
That is why the action of cutting the knife, as a surgeon, cutting in a kitchen, and then using it for killing. These are three different expressions again.
Okay. Let's think, because you made too many, a lot number of things. Even talked about multi-dimensions that could come from multiverses. So
Dimension,
then,
just think in point of your thought, thinking, your expression.
okay. So
Not
the
from
concept
any
of matrix.
different planes of dimension as a outside somewhere.
Okay, not that.
Just like my thought, my thinking, my different realities that I perceive every moment. I'm sitting here in front of you, people. Go back there in the kitchen. Who am I?
The ultimate truth is yet love, which is a feeling. So,
Yes.
okay. Let me think. I'll get back to you. Thank you.
Feel
So
it.
when
Always.
she's saying multiple dimensions, that she's basically saying many aspects of me.
Yeah. That's what I thought. If she's saying multi dimensions, is she going into the multiverse concept? then it becomes even more problem.
That's mind, so that's where the
That-
mind gets activated because it has some known perception. It brings, as I speak, it will bring you those impression again. So good that you resolve instantly. It's like understanding when I say that human beings are multidimensional, I do not think as, outside this space. I just think myself enjoying money, enjoying relationship, enjoying me being in vacation. Just after looking at you, that's what came to me. So, so everything is me. It is different aspect of me.
in the we have to also remember the relationship between God's thought and our thought. Right? Let me just explain that as well. Right? You started with that point. Um, I am a creation of,
God's
from
thought.
God's thought. So God had a thought. This entire universe came into existence. Right? I am part of that universe. Right? In this universe, God has also given us the free will and the ability to think. Free will is not possible without ability to think, right? You get my point. Without
Fair enough.
ability to, so animals don't have a free will because they don't think, right? So this thinking process is what is associated with ability to create, ability to uh, will, to decide, right? And that decision is basically part of that creation process, right? My decision decides what will be created. So free
Yeah.
will has a role to play there, right? So thinking together with free will is responsible for creation in my experience. Think about it. My experiences are created from my thinking. Now, in this entire, let's think about this planet Earth. On this planet Earth, there are so many different things happening simultaneously. So many things are happening at the same time, right? Within 24 hours, across this whole planet, so many things are happening simultaneously at the same time. Where am I present is determined by my thoughts. Which aspect of that, those are physically existing things. The sea beach where you are sitting right now, in your background, there is a beach, right? So imagine you are sitting on the beach, right? Now, you are on the beach experiencing whatever is available on the beach. And that is becoming your experience. But there is a murder happening somewhere in the city and there is a fire somewhere else. That's not coming in your experience though. Right? So your manifestation is tailor-made for you. By how? By putting you in that place where that experience exists. That's how we manifest. We think of this entire earth as a lab where all possible experiments exist. Now you want to try out one specific experiment, so you will be taken to that table or that area of the lab where that experiment can be done, right? That's how we manifest our specific experiences. That's why it is possible for 8 billion people to have their very tailor-made specific experiences, because they then reach that environment automatically. You will see when your thoughts begin to change, each one of you will notice that your company is beginning to change. People are dropping from your friend circle. People are coming into your friend circle. The entire equation is changing. That's an automatic process. You deliberately don't push people away. It happens.
Even
As
people
your
change.
vibration changes, your frequency changes, your thinking changes, your environment starts to reset itself. People won't feel comfortable with you and they will leave. This, I have practically seen this, and actually, it was after a New Year party one day, one year, in one of the years after a New Year party, me and my wife, we were both very drunk in the night, and next morning we were having headaches and everything, and we were sitting and talking about the last evening. So this is 1st of January of 2015. And we are saying, well, what kind of people are we associating with? They simply keep criticizing. Nobody feels happy for what they have. That discussion we did, and we were both thinking, well, isn't this not right? We were feeling disgusted about it. Okay. Trust me, within 3 months, we had a totally new friend circle. Within 3 months. We had people in our company. We had totally different set of people, and they were all very positive minded people. They would find little things to feel happy about, you know. And that sort of a positive environment we were both in, and we both immediately realized that this shift has happened. See, this is the part of our thinking, that our thought process always reorganizes our experiences. I have practically seen it several times over in my life.
Think so. And just another observation, even in this chapter, I have found every time when they are referring to God, it is with a small u. It was observed earlier also. The reason question is, why is it? Is it because of the concept of your higher self?
You means like referring to us, you're saying?
Referring to God.
Referring to God.
Referring
When
to
we
God
are
is
doing
small
prayer,
u.
no, what
Yeah,
she's saying,
so-
when we are doing the prayer, we are saying, I am grateful, I thank you God. Usme you is with a small y, right? We are addressing God with a small u.
And
And
all through the chapter.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's everywhere throughout the book. It's the same.
No, throughout the book, there's not much of God. Sorry, not in the bad way. I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah.
reference to God
I'm
is very
happy it is
minimal.
not that way.
So,
I will tell my
It is.
perception later, but first, yes, Shailesh, you please go.
so I
But
was
yes,
just thinking, is it because they want to acknowledge the actual unification in the review chapters? Is it because of that, or is there any other reason? Or it's just like maybe chance?
I never thought about that aspect. In fact, frankly speaking, I never noticed that, because in my mind, God is just a concept. To me, you all will feel it's very strange. To me, God does not exist. It's just a concept in the mind. Okay, that's how I understand. To me, if I have to define God, then my definition is very different. To me, God is my state. It is not a thing. It is my state, right? That's me. But all I'm saying, this is why I never notice those things, because I know state is related to a set of qualities. When you say Ganesha, you are actually referring to a specific set of qualities of someone,
Correct.
right?
So
That's
those
how our
qualities are the respected qualities.
and
Therefore,
so what do the qualities create? Qualities create a state of my being. This is how, right? And that is connected to the heart.
yeah, true.
Right. So now this is why, to me, God is not something outside that I need to put on a pedestal. By doing that capital Y, we are trying to put someone on a pedestal, right?
Creating that
It is
difference,
respect.
that you're putting a difference, and that is what Babaji is trying to overcome. There is no difference. You are that image. You are his expression. To me, God
So
is
that's what
that
I
blank,
said.
that unified field, which is nothing, right? It has no impression of it. Why it is different from quantum field? Because quantum field has a possibility to go both ways. But unified field is, if you say in Indian Upanishad ways, it is just a consciousness. It is just there, the plain slate. Right? So where
The
you
same.
are given the permission to write anything, to erase anything, it's with your own free.
As a concept, all this is good. Even in Upanishads, they say same thing. But the only thing is, normally in all literature, Like when you're writing Hindi or Marathi, Devanagari script doesn't have this capital. But
Right.
in English, they specifically use a capital.
Right.
At
Yes.
two different levels we are discussing.
So
Right.
when you
And the
said
word,
that,
yeah. And the word God is always written with a capital
Capital
G.
G,
capital
yeah.
G,
Even the
Right.
you when
Yes.
you're referring to God,
Yeah.
all
Yeah.
this I understand
or
that,
him,
okay.
right? In
Yeah.
that case, him also. But what I realized the moment you brought it in awareness, I went back to the text and I said, oh, it's good that it is not highlighted this way, because first letter God is very acceptable to the mind because the first letter is also always capital, right? So my perception to that God was like that. And then when I said thank you, and that small thank you means as I thank you, I'm thanking him, right? So it's not creating that separation one more step further.
That's the concept of unified. That's why I said, is it because they want to emphasize the concept of unified that they're using small y? That was my
Possibly, yeah.
question.
Your
I think
yeah,
possibly that's the
perception.
right thing.
Even Roger
Good
wouldn't have
thing,
felt it that way while
good
writing.
thing
He
you
wouldn't
brought
have
our
felt that
awareness.
separation.
Yeah, you brought our awareness to that fact. I'm really happy. I had never put a thought on that aspect of it. But now that you talk about it, now I'm beginning to understand why in English I is always capitalized.
Yeah, that is exactly why I'm like coming to that concept of unified. And this has been actually emphasized even in that A Course in Miracles. It has similar style of, though it's in a much complicated language, English language, according to me.
Yes, yes. I read few pages and stopped, just because the language was not. And that is why I like this book, because this is everything is simplified. So much easier, right, for us to comprehend. And I always had this problem with our books of knowledge, right? Think of Vedas or whatever books we talk about. They are all written in a language I don't understand, right? So I never wanted to even go there. That
But
was
to me, many of the
the
times,
that is the truth, right? To me, if I don't understand something, it is useless for me. I need to understand and use it, right? Then it is purposeful. So this book made it properly possible for me to understand.
I think to me, many times I feel, that I take things by heart. So even I'm reading a concept, later on, I will just understand one line, to me, expressing only one line is in that feeling. So even though the concept is complex, I cannot understand it line by line, but I understand what it is saying. And that's what I think I feel it's enough if I'm spending some time reading it. It brings the clarity. I don't have to write a thesis on that. I want to understand what it says. And that brings clarity. And with that, the whole Upanishad is summarized. What I learned from it is in 5 questions. And there are many thick books on that.
Yeah, I mean, if I don't understand a book when I read, then there is no difference between me who has read the book and the one who has not read the book. Right? There is no difference because reading did not do anything to me, right? So, person who has not read the book is the same as I am. Even if I have read the book, that's why I'm saying. So, comprehension is very important because it works on me, right? Understanding is very important because it works on me. Then I can do something with that. And
It's
that
very
is the whole
difficult to
purpose of me
express.
sitting in these sessions trying to explain things. That's the purpose. Because I never forget my own experience of having read such of those books. I have never read Gita, by the way. And
It's
because I
flowing
could
in
not
you.
understand what's written there.
It's flowing in you. You have lived it in the way it is understood and it is taught, but there is some missing pieces, and we are here for that, right? So when I'm saying again and again, read from your heart. I don't know how many of you know it, but I think I have done it since my childhood. So I cannot differentiate. Yes, I have to understand. We have to use our thought. Mostly for my, the curriculum-oriented studies, I had to use a lot of my thought, like mind. and it was very difficult for me. But when it comes as a concept, that spiritual books, they open within, they are somewhere connected. They are some known concept. As I said, if I say a book, you can see a book. But if I say the book is beautiful, it's like concept and you are elaborating on that. It comes as a feeling. It is known. Something that is known. It is in our heart. Maybe difficult to explain, but that's where we are shifting to. From thinking to being.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Sandesh. It was very much fun talking on the subject, but definitely you will get much more clarity in week 18 about people around us and how they are connected with us, what impacts they put on us, and how we impact them.
Yes. We will
Thank you
expand on
everyone for
what we are
beautiful
learning.
feedback on the meditation, because Shalishi messaged me, your voice is little low. I was a bit hesitant. I was very loud later, but I don't know. I think I have to check my microphone settings somehow.
Good. Anything else? Anybody else has any questions or something? If not, then we will let you guys continue with your practice. Today you have to practice for the day 1 practice, right? And then every day 1 day's practice and corresponding chapter related to that. So please do continue with your practice, and we will.
And if you are working on that one particular thing, suppose your health, so you keep on doing that practice as well.
As well, yes. Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you,
everyone.
Preeti.